Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I am Joe Finley, and you did not misread that. MiscastJoe is now officially a YouTube partner. It took a really long time, and I know there's channels out there that do it a lot faster and go a lot bigger, but I could not be prouder of the work that I've done on this channel. I've worked so incredibly hard at this. This is something that I can only do in my spare time. I have a full-time job. I have a wife and 2 kids. So all of my shooting and editing time have to fit into a period of time where I'm not working, the kids aren't here, my wife's not here. That means a lot of really late nights. That means a lot of squeezing it in before I go to work in the afternoon, and it was worth every second to have the opportunity to bring my videos to you. This is not going to be a long video. It's not going to be some big self-congratulatory thing. I have a lot of people I want to thank, and I just wanted to take a minute to do that. First off, I want to thank you, everybody who's watching these videos. When you start a YouTube channel, there's something kind of scary about it because you're just taking your ideas and your messages and throwing them out into the void, and you feel a little narcissistic for even thinking anybody wants to hear what you have to say. But at the same time, you're also terrified that nobody's gonna listen. And then you get a few views here, a couple of comments there, and it starts to feel right. It starts to feel like you're adding some kind of value to the platform, and that's all I really wanted to do. And to be honest, this is something I wanted to do for a really long time. I mean, when I was young, YouTube wasn't a thing. I mean, I don't want to age myself too much, but those are the facts. And me and my friends used to dream of being able to just make videos together for a living. But the only way you could really do that is if you were making a TV show or a movie. There was no other viable, successful path to be able to do that. And then YouTube actually did come along, and I don't know if I was jaded or if I just had given up on my dream completely, but I just didn't see it for what it could possibly be. And then it became a thing, and I had a family, I have kids, I don't have time to go out in the field and shoot these big cool videos that I want to do and things like that. So again, I just thought the path was one I couldn't go down. Cut to a couple of years ago, kind of at the beginning of the pandemic, and I was thinking what everybody else was thinking at the time. I needed something to do, I needed something fun to, you know, lift my spirits and take my mind off of things, and so I started streaming a little bit, and I started watching a lot of channels about streaming and gear and all that sort of stuff, and Alpha Gaming was chief among those. And I thought to myself, I work as a professional in broadcasting and have for almost 2 decades. I'm well known amongst my peers as far as being able to teach people about gear and how to use it. And I didn't know where to start until my sister of all people got in touch with me, and she just recently got a job at a gaming magazine, and they were doing some tech stuff as well. And they got this, and I knew what it did because of my research and basically how to use it and all of that. So she reached out and said, why don't you review it? So a big thanks goes to my sister Dana and Brendan over at CGM for having the faith in me to actually use this stuff, and for having enough faith in me to make me the content creation editor over at CGM. It's given me access to all kinds of gear that I wouldn't have been able to afford to buy on my own to get this channel started, and they were selfless enough to enable me to actually build my own brand. Thanks goes out to all the brands who actually took a leap of faith on a small creator and actually sent me stuff independent of anything else. People like Shure and Deity, Beacon and Neat Microphones, AI Coco. You know, often when you don't have the reach of bigger creators, they won't even give you a second look. It's not lost on me that I'm really fortunate to have been given this chance, and I just hope every day that I'm not squandering it. I also really want to thank the YouTube community. Some of these creators that I've been watching for the last 2 years became peers, and I've received nothing but encouragement and good advice, and I've taken that advice and I've run with it. And if you look at the difference between my earliest videos and the ones I've made in the last 3 months, it's night and day, and I owe a lot to them. And when I thanked one of them for that recently, he just said, "You're the one who did it." And you'd think because it's such a niche topic that it would be really competitive, but they greet me with such a the more the merrier vibe. It's really just meant a lot. So what's next? I'm monetized now, so you will see ads on the channel now. I've made them all skippable. You'll never see a non-skippable ad on my channel. And if you want to support the channel, the super thanks is available on all my videos now, and the super sticker and super chats will be available on all my lives. I'm going to try and go live more. I am officially not a Twitch streamer anymore. I will be doing all of my gear and just chatting kind of streams on this channel, and I am starting to grow a second channel now. I did my first stream today, in fact. That's at Miscast Play. You'll see a button on the end screen to be able to go and subscribe to that too. Memberships are coming. I don't have access to them yet. Apparently it takes up to a week. Hey there, Editor Joe with you. Actually, as I started editing this, I realized that memberships are now available as of this morning. So on any of my videos, you can find the join button, and it actually has 3 tiers. The lowest tier is sitting at $2.99. It's cheaper than a Twitch sub, so if you're interested in supporting the channel, you can do that. Okay, back to other me. So thank you again to every single viewer I have ever had, to everybody who's been in on the chats that I've had the pleasure of being able to talk back and forth with. And this is just the beginning of MiscastJoe. I still have a lot of goals that I want to accomplish. So until next time, gang. Let's get to work, and thank you.